Okay, so the Lions Cowboys game just ended, and a very simple question. What the hell just happened? What was that? What was that from the Dallas Cowboys decision in the last possession of the game for them to on 2nd and 14, having the Lions exactly where they want them without enough timeouts left to extend the game to get down the field to score the touchdown they're going to need. They're down 4 at this point in time. And the Dallas Cowboys throwing the ball, calling a pass play to begin with, and then Dak throwing the ball, launching it out of bounds. You'd rather even take the sack at that point in time to keep the clock going. I didn't understand the play call. I didn't understand the decision making. And that led to all the hallmarks of a quintessential Dallas Cowboys stepping on their you-know-what type of loss at home. I guess they were set to step on their Johnson since Jimmy went in the Ring of Honor. And everybody's back from the Dallas Cowboy living legend department watching this horror unfold as the Lions take the advantage that the Cowboys gave them, march down the field, score a touchdown, and then all holy hell breaks loose. Dan Campbell, I totally understand going for 2. CeeDee Lamb is unstoppable. You cannot stop CeeDee Lamb. There's not enough defenders you can put on CeeDee Lamb tonight. Totally understand going for 2. And wow, the church bells size of calling a tackle eligible play. And sure enough, it looks like there's a million type of penalties on the play. So at that point in time, kick the extra point, go to overtime, and see what happens, even though you can't stop CeeDee Lamb. Maybe you get the ball first, right? And then you march down the field for a touchdown. That's a typical, I get Dan Campbell maneuver, though, is to still with the 2-point conversion coming out from the 7-yard line, they still go for it, get a gift of a play because Micah Parsons is offside, half the distance to the goal, and they still go for it again, and Jared Goff can't complete the pass. So it had all the hallmarks of a Mike McCarthy loss, and then all the hallmarks of a Dan Campbell over-aggressive sort of somebody's got to stop him, save him from himself type moment. And the Lions lose. So what does all this mean? What it means is the Dallas Cowboys still have a shot at the NFC East and have a shot at a home game. And you see in the playoffs, and you see what a difference it makes. I mean, Dallas is a totally different team at home than they are on the road. You can see it. You can sense it. You saw it again tonight. And what the Lions now kind of sealed their fate by not forcing overtime when the circumstances seem to force it on them is it looks like they're going to be the 3 seed when it's all said and done. Now, is it possible they're still the 2? Of course. Most likely they're the 3. And what that looks like right now is this seals the Rams potentially coming to their house with Matthew Stafford in the first round of the playoffs. So the Lions, they can regroup. They can beat the Vikings in week 18, go into the playoffs with a nice head of steam and put this behind them. And if they do go to Dallas again, know they had a shot to win this game. And if not for the tackle eligible play being tackle ineligible, they would have. So the Lions proved once again they're going to be a tough out. Aiden Hutchinson was a house of pain personally tonight. The back end of their defense is clearly an issue, even with somebody like Hutchinson getting home. And for the Dallas Cowboys, boy, do they need home field advantage. It appears right now. And the Philadelphia Eagles have the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants, and the Dallas Cowboys sure need them to screw this one up somehow, some way by losing to either Arizona or the Giants. And then they go to the Washington Commanders and win what appears to be a gimme in week 18. So Dallas has its issues with play calling and decision-making down the stretch. Still, it appears. And the Lions appear to be over-aggressive to their detriment and also have an issue on the back end. Other than that, this would be a classic matchup in the playoffs should it unfold again. I don't see how it would with the seeding. Who knows? Maybe it could be a 2-3 game in the divisional round if the Dallas Cowboys actually get the 2 seed before the end of the day, at the end of the regular season. But other than that, what the hell was that? Man, and Jimmy Johnson, pitch perfect. That was a pitch perfect speech, and finally going to the Ring of Honor. I'm very happy for you, sir. Obviously, we'll talk about it on NFL Game Day morning for 4 hours on NFL Network on Sunday to take you to the 10 early games for Week 17. Overreaction Monday podcast coming from me and Chris Brockman on Monday, and then I'm back on the air on the Rich Eisen Show Tuesday. But in the meantime, have a happy new year, everybody, and hope it's less insane than what we just saw in Dallas. My goodness.